Dimble would go down. Lopan, on the other hand, might not want to.
Well, perhaps we can barricade the hole with any of the remaining kegs and perhaps barricade the main door while we're gone.
I would just consider going down because of the gold. And of course, we can maybe find something useful in the Nom's body, dead body.
Well, I think the fact that a chasm just opened up, that this may somehow be related to happening around this building and this tavern.
So it sounds like two of you are willing to go. It's Chris Lee at this point who's wondering what she's going to do.
You know, I prefer to make sure I would feel a little more safer knowing that the upstairs might be a little more secure with the door at most. Then I would be more apt to going down because I don't want to let the guy down that we did not physically stay here the whole time or something.
Okay, so you're basically going to spend a bit, like it's pretty late in the evening. You're basically going to spend, like, I mean, you still have most of the night, so you're going to just spend some time making sure that the door is barricaded and stuff like that, so that thing gets in while you guys are away for just this, like, quick investigation. Yep.
Yes, something so there's a bit of a obstacle who, if they do manage to try to come in.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, that actually makes a little more where I would say yes to go. You know what, let's just go. Before I decide to change my mind and say no. Let's just go.
Okay.
Finally wrap the rope around you and throw you over the edge. Just chill.
Little guy? No.
So the three of you get down there. If you want to, Chris Lee, you can roll an investigation check. Zen doesn't, or Lopan doesn't need to.
There it is in the tower, because that's where I'm assuming most of those are going to be.
So both of you actually are able to make sense of these tracks. It basically seems that you guys notice that there is 3 distinct sets of fresh tracks in the loose dirt down here. One set of the tracks seems to be of tiny rodents. There seem to be some large tracks belonging to what seems to be a heavily clawed mammal, and what seems to be large insectoid tracks. And they all
does Lopan can Lopan see in the dark?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna grab a piece of rock, cast a light on it.
Okay.
So Lopan has a light source to see. Luckily, it's a cantrip.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So basically these 3 different sets of tracks, like I said, you see tiny rodent tracks, large tracks that seem to belong to heavily clawed mammals, and then large insectoid-like tracks. And they all seem to move in the same direction, basically down that hall to the east, and then it seems that they move to up the north tunnel rather than the south tunnel.
Huh. Interesting. Wow.
So you get to that crossroads where the tracks seem to go north. Do you continue to pursue?
Yes.
And what order are you moving in? Front, middle, and back.
I do actually have a decent AC, being I'm a draconic sorcerer. I'm pretty sure Dimble won't have a decent AC.
No.
If anyone attacks us, we won't be able to run anywhere. I saw the tunnel. How big is the tunnel? Like, what's the width?
The width is 10 feet. So arguably two of you could be side by side in the front or the back if you wanted to.
Well, perhaps the person with the best perception should go first.
I will go first then.
Well, little guy, I think you here's a problem. Well, little guy, I think you probably in the middle. I'm better. I'll actually take up the back end of it to make sure something else.
That sounds good to me.
Okay. So basically, Lopan leads with Dimble in the middle and Chrisley in the back, I'm assuming? That's how you've decided?
Yeah.
Okay. So you start to travel up the northern path. Basically, it's 10 feet wide, but you guys are kind of staying, kind of away from the walls and trying to have less hazard. Basically, with Lopan in the front, he continues to watch these tracks and continues to look forward. Basically, there seem to be a few areas where, it looks like the ground might be loose or something like that, but with the passive perception of the person leading, you seem to be able to sidestep those areas where, there might be a bit of a ground collapse or something like that. And you continue to move forward.
I tell him, watch your step. I point at the cracks.
Yep. So you continue to watch, and then, or you continue to walk, and then all of a sudden there's a shake, and the tunnel behind you starts to collapse from a bit, maybe about like 50 feet back from you, and starts to collapse towards you. And it seems the whole tunnel is kind of collapsing in towards you, and it looks like it's about to fall on you. Everyone needs to do a DC 10 dexterity saving throw. Okay, so Lopan and Chris Lee kind of, are quick in their reflexes and dive forward down the tunnel a little bit to avoid the cave-in. But Dimble narrowly gets hit by a few of the falling rocks and stuff that is coming in this cave-in. And takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I realize what we don't have. Healing.
Okay. So basically, you start dusting yourselves off. You're basically kind of, getting back on your feet and stuff like that, and you start hearing the noise of something coming towards your group. I'm about to pull up a map.
Well, as we hear sounds approaching, can we take a readied action?
Yep.
I'll ready an Eldritch Blast then.
Everyone can roll initiative.
I am screwed.
That's okay. You're in the back of the line, so.
Now, unfortunately, I don't think you're going to have line of sight for that ready to action before initiative, because this is when the rest of your party is going to see them. So basically, your ready to action kind of goes undone, because you were the one that it was Dimble who was doing the ready action, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so
I could
basically,
have done ready to. I was thinking about ready to action, what I would do, but don't have enough time. Didn't think about what it was, so too late.
yeah, I think you guys are higher on initiative anyway. So you see these things pour in, and you guys have, I think two of you have initiative over them anyway. So is everything showing up on the map fine?
I don't see the map.
Same here.
Sorry, tell me if it's coming up now.
Okay, it's up.
Yeah.
So you were heading north, and so you see where Dimble kind of is there. That's kind of where the cave-in happened, and you guys made it up a little bit further than him when you did that dive out of this tunnel before it kind of opens up here. And he's kind of right where the rock stopped, because it was the tunnel that caved in, not the open area. It kind of stopped at the open area here, but Dimble's kind of like right at the edge where it kind of stopped at that more narrow passage.
Actually, ready action, I could have actually utilized the ready to action if I had thought about it.
How far this stone lights up?
Pardon?
How far can I see with this magical stone?
The light's going to shed for enough that you're going to be able to see. You're going to have at least dim light up to those badgers there. 'Cause they're
Up to
only
40
10,
feet.
20
Up to 40 feet
of
of dim light. 20 feet of bright light, 20 feet of dim light, 40 feet total. Out.
Yeah, so actually they're a little bit out of your range right now. 10, 20,
So
30,
I can't see anything.
40. Yeah, but you hear something coming that way.
And as I'm telling the others, badgers are coming.
And Lopan,
I can
it's
see
yours.
them perfectly.
So just I take a couple steps.
Yep.
Further. Then I can see them and I will throw a dart. At Badger 1.
And you hit.
Does my bonus action work for darts too?
No, because I think it has to be an offhand, right? Like you actually have to use an unarmed attack, don't you?
Yeah, it's an unarmed attack.
Yeah, unarmed strike is a bonus action. Okay.
I'll dust myself off and
I will take some steps back then again.
Yep.
and I'll move up to there and fire an Eldritch Blast.
Hit.
All right. I'll stay there.
Okay. First badger.